Heidi-ho, fellow fisher folk. All right, so I've decided to redo my Pelican Strike 120X Angler kayak review because I think I missed some things in my initial review that you guys are going to need to know. This is a 1 month review, so this thing's been out on the water 13 times, okay? I've been in rough water, calm water, the whole 9 yards. I've had ski boats go by me, 10, 15 feet away, which should never have happened in the first place, but it did. So I decided to redo this to give you some more information. Now, first of all, width on this thing. It is 29 inches wide. So at 29 inches wide, stability is in question for larger people. I'm 6'2", 250. My son is 6'1", 170, and he has no issues with stability on this. Stable as all hell, zips out there around the lakes, no problem. The wife, 5'7", not telling you her weight, no issues with stability. She can fly around the lake, easy peasy, but I cannot. It's not that it's not stable, because it's stable, but it is rocky when you are leaning in any certain direction at, a larger person's size, okay? It tends to rock when you want to lean over for a fish or when you're readjusting yourself in the seat. It will rock, and it makes you feel very unstable, okay? So for stability, there's that, okay? Now, as far as construction and makeup, the seat. So we'll talk about the seat a little bit. The seat here, these seats are getting complaints, a lot of complaints on different videos. Again, I have no issue with this seat. I've had a back injury from a car accident, and I spent on Sunday this past week, I spent 6 hours in this kayak, no issues whatsoever. You can readjust your legs, you can readjust your feet pegs, you can move around and shuffle and stuff to get yourself comfortable. Or head on into shore or take a lunch break, whatever you want, okay? But for me, I did build outriggers for this. So I attached on the back here, I attached this 2-inch ABS pipe, and then I made outriggers out of two, I believe they're 15-inch boat fenders. I have them come out 15 inches on each side, and it works just awesome. Okay, so let's start at the front. We're gonna start at the box here. Okay, so the box itself, this latched storage container in here itself is pretty good. I've stored my life jacket in here, a bunch of stuff. It's sealed really well, as you can see all the way around. It's sealed really, really well. I haven't had any water get in there. I can store a lot of stuff. You can put fishing rods down through here and out into the kayak if that's what you want to do. Now, getting them out after you get them in is a bit of a challenge. So that's something that you need to think about. The foot pegs. This is an interesting thing. With these foot pegs, they move fairly easy to get them moved in and out of position. The rod holder is quite good. I'm okay with the rod holder. It locks in place. You can move it multiple places and lock it in place. But you do have to be careful with your feet. Bump this, it'll pop up and out of place. So it doesn't like fully lock in, but it locks in like that, I guess. Okay. For the scupper holes, I did install these plugs here, and then again under the seat. Now, the reason I did this is because boats go by you if they're in a close range, and then what happens is you get water squirt up through the scupper holes. I've never seen that before. I've kayaked before in a sit-inside kayak, smaller 10-foot one, No scupper holes or anything, no splashes when boats go by, but this would actually splash up because you would, with the waves and stuff. So that's something to think about. You should probably put the scupper hole plugs in. The next thing that I would say is important is there's only one cleat, and it's on the back right here. I moved it and put it up front right here. And I did that so when I pull up to a dock or something, I can, tie it off at the front of the boat and stuff like that. And because I needed to move it so that I could put my outrigger base on here. These little eyelets here, these are all right. This is actually what I use to attach my anchor. I don't have an anchor trolley system on here yet. Now, for a budget kayak under $1,000, I'd say it's okay equipped, fairly well equipped. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 overall as a kayak, but it could have more stuff. I mean, a nice drink holder other than this, right? It'd be nice if it had some rails here on the sides, right? That'd be nice if there was some rails here, but there isn't any. So, I've got to install some of my own rails. The storage in the back is great. I'm really, really happy with this storage situation that's going on here. I can put a cooler in here, my tackle box, and still have room for stuff. So that's good. I'm happy with that. The dry box works great. I haven't had any water get in there as of yet, so that's nice. Rod holders, these are awesome, okay? I put a net on the one side, and then on the other side, I put my rod that I'm not using currently at the moment in time, and then I put my other rod in here on this side as I go. Having a measuring tape on here is great. That's an awesome idea. Works well. I think it's going to come off over time for sure. The handles are super, super strong. I usually run a tie down through here actually, and this is how I'm tying my kayak down to my truck. So all in all, I would say that this is a great kayak for beginners. I'm a beginner myself. Like I said, I've kayaked before, but I've never owned my own kayak. And I had a budget to go by, and my budget was $1,000 for everything. And I ended up actually getting this kayak. It was initially $870. I got it for $700. So then that let me, buy some extra stuff for a little cheaper than I was initially going to spend. So all in all, I came in under $1,000, including building outriggers for it. But if you're in the market for a budget kayak, you got $1,000 and you're a fisherman, this is a great kayak. Not a pedal drive or anything like that, so you have to remember that. Something for you to note is if you have outriggers on, it does not track well. If you have the outriggers off, it tracks really well. For a 12-foot boat, she slices through the water pretty decent. I like it overall. I do find, now that I can stand up in the kayak with having outriggers, I do find it a lot more stable for me, and I feel secure on the water. But they could have done more stuff. They definitely could have done more stuff. They could have added more features to this kayak for the $1,000. I'm looking at other kayaks online, different versions out there that have more stuff than this does at $1,000, right? So I think Pelican needs to step up their game a little bit there and add some more friendly features that, their competitors are doing. But other than that, if you want to get one of these suckers, I don't see a reason you wouldn't want one. Other than the fact you're paddling your ass all over the place. If you want a pedal drive, Pelican does make the high drive, the 130 high drive, I think, and stuff like that. So anyway, there you go. That's my 1 month review. You can check out my channel. I have some fishing video of me in here and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. give a like and a subscribe, and I'll be doing a review of the new Pishy Fun Spark baitcast reel here next. Thanks. Bye.